All right. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now, ladies. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that. You started laughing. I was going to say the whole song, but you distracted me. But anyway. Hello, hi, welcome. The name of the show is Politics. Although, I call it Politrix.
Wow.
And the title of this episode is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. My name is Presh.
And I'm Ty.
And it happened again.
What?
I went to the movies and I was harassed. Listeners,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, listeners, I know you're thinking, alright, Presh, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Clearly, this has to be you. You
Yeah.
know, you're the problem. You're the common denominator. You're the one probably causing the problem.
Yes.
And I swear to God, this is not the case, right? So I went to, we went to that place where we went to watch Beau is Afraid.
Okay.
That nice cinema, right?
Yes.
And I just booked I went to watch Asteroid City.
Oh, okay.
New Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about covering that next week.
Yes.
But yes, this experience at the theater gave me such a bad a bad feeling. Every time I sit down to write something about it, I just get upset. So I don't want to do Asteroid City next week.
Okay.
We'll, discuss during the week what we are going to do. But
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, do you want to know what happened, right?
Yeah,
So I
sure.
was just sitting there watching the movie, and this guy, like 3 or 4 seats to my left.
Okay.
Well, sorry. There's 4 seats, then his wife, then him. So it's 6 seats.
Okay. He's quite far away.
A reasonable amount.
Yeah.
He, gets upset. He's, shouted something at me. But obviously it's in the movie, so I didn't hear him.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know who this guy is talking to. So
Yeah.
I just ignored him. Then again, he leaned in and he was, saying something to me. And I'm like, he's like, keep quiet. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Then the third time, he stands up and he comes over to me and he's like, stop making a noise. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, when you put your hand inside the popcorn packet, it's
What?
It's wrinkling the paper, which is
What?
I'm like, you're being ridiculous. Go sit down, right? And he tells me, do you want to take this outside? It's like,
What?
bro, you threatening me for eating popcorn, bro. Are you fucking insane? Okay, well, I didn't say this, right? Because this is the thing. My main, what's the word? My first instinct
Yes.
is to insult him and say, get fucked, cunt, or something like that.
Yeah.
But, I behaved. I was just like, go complain about me then. I didn't swear. I didn't, use any offensive language. I just, tried to
Yes.
keep it calm.
Okay.
But anyway, because that guy, it's not an empty theater, but the next 3 rows in front of him were all open. You could have just gone
Yeah.
1 row forward or something, right? There were people closer to me that didn't have a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, I was so upset, bro. I couldn't concentrate on the rest of the movie because it's you want to beat me up for eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Seriously, bro. And this guy is in his 50s.
Oh.
It's like...
Oh, what?
Yes. Didn't I tell you this?
No, you did, but
Yeah.
What?
You didn't realize he was in
Yeah.
his 50s. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, where's your emotional maturity? Are you an adult?
You've been sitting in cinemas for the past, let's say 30 years. And at least before, not before, at least in the past 3 years or so, bags have been wrinkling.
Yeah.
Why is it now a problem?
I'm not the one who brought it. I didn't bring it from home.
Yeah.
That's what the cinema gets out the popcorn in, bro. It's so deranged. I couldn't believe it. Sorry, calling it deranged is, being rude to deranged people. I don't know what fucking behavior this is, bro. Truly. But yeah, last week, when I was complaining about you guys talking,
Yes.
I said, if you're doing something that's irritating someone in the theater, you should stop,
Yes.
if they ask you to.
Yes.
I meant that referring to abnormal.
Yeah, because this is...
Eating popcorn is not abnormal behavior. But yeah. Just a very frustrating evening. And again, like with the Spider-Verse thing, I was just so upset when I went home. It's like, yo, you just ruined my fucking evening.
Yeah.
But I will say, ultimately, in both cases, it was my fault. right?
Okay.
I should not have gone. You know, like I said last week,
Oh.
I should not have gone in the evening.
Yeah.
And I should not have gone on the weekend.
Yes.
I went to this on a Saturday night.
Oh.
I was just, rolling the dice that this is an adult movie.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that children will be there.
Lo and behold.
There was a child.
Yeah.
He just happened to be 50 years old. But yeah, anyway. From bad news to even more bad news, right?
Okay.
So the podcast has been officially released.
Okay.
And
yeah.
it's not going well.
Well.
Our numbers did not increase at all.
Yeah.
Just, our numbers just like flatline, well, as it was, just stayed the same. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, it's just a little bit discouraging.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be welcoming the post-teens. And when I say post-teens, I don't mean people who just turned 20 after 19.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I was going to say we officially release after episode 10.
Yes.
Maybe the post-10s.
Yes.
Now we released on episode 13, so these are the post-13s. But I've shortened it because
What?
they're the post-teens.
But post-teens just sounds like after teens.
Yes, I understand. That's why I clarified just now. That's
Yes.
why I explained my...
But
I explained it.
It still doesn't make sense.
Whatever. But anyway, I was hoping to, welcome all the post-teens, and there's no post-teens. There's only pre-teens here. But anyway, and by pre-teens, I don't mean kids younger than 13. I mean the people who were here before episode 13. That's what I mean. Anyway. So yeah. I forgot to mention a few weeks ago when we were talking about the orcas.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Those attacks are continuing, by the way. I haven't checked in with them in a while. Right?
Oh, right, yes. Okay.
But yeah, just similar things to what we initially reported happening. Just
Yes.
orcas are ramming
Yeah.
boats. Right. And what I forgot to mention a few weeks ago is I volunteer myself to become a sort of LOAC figure.
Oh, okay.
And form an unlikely friendship with an orca who's the victim of cancel culture. Yes, I would love that, right? So,
Yes, that
orcas,
would
if you're
be-
listening, and I know you are, please make me your LOAC figure. If you LOAC, the kid from Avatar 2. If you're unsure. or
If you're
what
not familiar
Yes.
with who Loak is.
Paya Khan's friend.
Yeah.
Not me, LOAC. Anyway, so not really clean up on news. This is just an article from a few weeks ago that I missed, right?
Okay.
It's from Politico.
Okay.
The Biden administration is furious with its ambassador to South Africa and scrambling to salvage relations with the country after the envoy alleged that Pretoria sent a ship filled with weapons to Russia as it wages war on Ukraine. The ambassador, Ruben Brigitte, made the claim 3 weeks ago in a press briefing, saying he'd bet my life on it. He added that South Africa was engaging in outrageous anti-Americanism and questions its claim to be neutral among the world powers. It was a shocking assertion by an American official against a country that the United States has been trying to court in the global effort to isolate Russia. Brigitte's actions thrilled some observers who say the US needs to be more honest about a South African drift towards Moscow. His defenders include top US senators, but multiple US officials told Politico that Brigitte's accusations were overstated and he may have damaged America's interest in the long run. Publicly, the administration has tried to walk a fine line in its response between calming the South Africans and not appearing to abandon its ambassador. State Department spokesperson Vedant Patel has said in daily press briefings that the United States has expressed concerns about the ship to South Africans, but valued its relationship with the country and declined to directly discuss the ambassador's comments. Still, US officials made clear in conversations with Politico that they were uncomfortable with Brigitte's actions and the nature of his assertions. Brigitte did not have permission from high-ups to say what he said, two former US officials and a current US official familiar with the discussion said. He also overstated what the US definitively knows, according to the current official and a fourth person, a senior Biden administration official. The things that we have said publicly, we are ready to put the credibility of the US government behind. What he said was far beyond that, a senior Biden administration official said when pressed on the intelligence. So,
There's a lot to deconstruct here.
first of all, I just want to say, I think Brigitte is our first enemy.
Yeah.
Our first podcast enemy. The US ambassador to South Africa. But yes, this is what we've been talking about the past few weeks, right?
Yeah.
This idiot got Intel, had a press briefing, just told everyone about it instead of speaking to the relevant people in our government.
Yes.
Right? And I'm already like upset with this guy, but reading that, like, his bosses are as well. His bosses are like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot? I love it. Do you want to say anything?
It's good to know that we are on the same page as the most powerful man on the planet.
Joe Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Anyway, so last week I said the Unabomber emailed bombs to people. Clearly, I meant to say he regular mailed it.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, number one, it's impossible to email a bomb. But two, he's anti-technology, so he would never send an email in the first place, right? So I clearly just misspoke.
Okay, fair enough.
I also said that the electors report to Mike Pence and he has the power to throw out the votes for the 2020 election.
Yes.
Turns out that is wrong. It's just something that Trump tweeted.
Oh.
There is no such law. Sorry for spreading fake news. I definitely remember reading that in like 2019.
Yeah.
Or when is the actual thing? Because the vote is in 2019, but the electors are in like February of the next year.
I have no idea.
All right, whatever. Just, when it happened,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Pence can do this shit. Now I'm like, oh, this guy was fucking lying. Also from last week, I didn't realize, but Barbie is with Warner Brothers, right?
Oh.
How I
right,
was saying Barbie and Oppenheimer, why,
Yeah.
why they're releasing on the same day if they're the same studio. I was a bit confused about that. Right. This the fact that they're rival studios makes more sense. But I'd still release them like a week or two apart so they don't like cannibalize each other's businesses.
Yeah.
And again, like I was saying, there's probably a very small intersection of the two fans for that movie.
Yes.
Right. But I would still, people don't have a whole day to like just go to the movies,
Yeah.
They'll maybe go in the evening,
Yeah.
one day of the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So if you put out Barbie 1 week and then 2 weeks later Oppenheimer comes out, you can...
Then you've got the time to
Yes.
see both, yeah.
Yes, so even if there isn't a big overlap in the two fan bases, you could just, a general moviegoer who has no preferences, that just wants to go see something could, stumble into both. But if both are out at the same time, they'll choose one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we're faced with the drama of a good old-fashioned Mexican standoff.
Oh.
Right? You remember we said Mission Impossible as well
Yeah.
releases the week before, 2 weeks before Oppenheimer and Barbie. Mission Impossible comes out, and then it loses its IMAX screens to Oppenheimer. That's what the beef was about last week.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
saying, right?
Also a little Transformers reference in there.
What?
There's a scene in one of the Transformers where one of the Transformers, I don't remember his name, but he goes, "Oh, looks like we got ourselves a little Mexican standoff here."
All right. Whatever. The Transformers didn't invent the Mexican standoff.
No, I know.
The Mexicans did, bro.
Really?
The Mexican government, they put it out. But yes, also last week I said DC often reboot their universes.
Yes.
And you're thinking, Presh, you absolute buffoon. Didn't you mean to say Marvel?
Huh?
Because we're talking about Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? And I just
guess.
said DC.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't. DC does reboot every few years. Right?
Yes.
Marvel do it rarely and do it in kind of a cheating way. So, for example, the Ultimate Universe is a reboot, but it goes alongside the mainline universe. So,
Yes.
when DC reboots, they destroy the whole universe and
Yes.
there's a new universe. Marvel, like I said, is very rare, and they'll do something where they'll create a new universe that runs parallel with the mainline.
Yeah.
Right? But I never finished the second half of that sentence. Right? So I look like I think Spider-Man is from DC. I look like a huge fucking dumbass. But anyway. So we never really spoke about Miles being from a different universe.
Yeah.
We just said the twist didn't make sense and then kind of moved on.
Yeah.
Right? But I've been seeing people say how they knew he was in the wrong universe.
Okay.
Online this week, right?
Okay.
So, for example, it said 42 on the machine that transported him because it was going to Universe 42.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. But, His mother had a different eye color.
Yeah.
I believe it was green in the Universe 42.
Yeah.
I didn't see that either.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Right. But the thing that I, saw that was wrong. I didn't know like he was in a different universe. I just knew something was wrong when he put on the clothes.
Oh yeah.
Remember we spoke about this?
Yeah. Yes.
He puts on like a green jacket and inside there's a purple hoodie.
Yes.
So green and purple are villain coded colors.
Yeah.
So for example, the Joker, he has green hair, purple suit.
Yes.
Green Goblin is green skin and he has the, I don't know what that thing is called. He has like a little cap.
Yeah.
It's like a hood. No, like it's a thing that Noddy has.
Yes.
It's
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it's like a long beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But that thing is purple, right?
Yes.
Mysterio, his cape is purple, his bodysuit is green.
Yes.
Brainiac is green and he has little purple bolts in his head.
Yeah.
Yes. Lex Luthor in his power suit is green and purple. But yeah, you get the idea, right?
Yes.
The only exception to this is the Hulk.
Yeah, because he's also green and purple.
Yeah. And Bruce Banner sees himself, or like the Hulk aspect of himself, as a villain. That's why.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason.
Huh. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you never noticed that?
No, I didn't realize
the color schemes of the different. But anyway, But yeah, in hindsight, also the Prowler uses purple and green.
Yes.
Which, when we find out that Miles is this universe's Prowler, or like his Prowler Jr. and Uncle Aaron is the real Prowler.
Prowler Senior.
But yes, I didn't know he was in a different universe, just that something was off by that.
Right.
Colors, the colors of his clothes.
Okay, yeah.
So the news of the week.
Yes.
Avatar 3 pushed back from December 2024 to December 2025.
A whole year.
Yes.
Actually, I think it's like 364 days.
Who gives a fuck, man?
Me.
I've been crying and vomiting for the past couple of days. I've been so upset, bro. Just crying, vomiting, and shitting. Just every time I think about it, I get so upset. They took my avatar. But yes, so that comes out in 2025.
Yes.
Then there's another 4-year gap. Avatar 4 comes out in 2029.
Yes.
And Avatar 5 2031.
Yeah, is it not 2032?
No, 31.
Okay.
So kind of frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's unclear what caused the delay, but Disney pushed back quite a few releases, including Star Wars and Marvel movies. So
yes. Yeah.
I didn't actually write down what those were, but the only one that's important to me is the Avatar movies. Cause
yes.
Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I do want the only thing I'm really into in Star Wars right now is Andor.
Yeah.
Andor and the animated, Bad Batch and what's the other animated one?
The Clone Wars?
No, Clone Wars ended.
Oh.
Ugh, whatever, man.
Yeah, whatever it is.
So yeah, this is quite a hectic story, right? So,
okay.
Over the past 18 months, Israel has intensified its military search, arrest, and home demolition raids into Palestinian cities in the occupied West Bank.
Oh.
Amid a sharp rise in Palestinian attacks targeting Israelis, which casualty rates on both sides reaching levels not seen in many years. Since the start of the year, at least 162 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, while 21 Israelis have been killed. Before dawn on Monday, undercover Israeli troops entered a neighborhood on the edge of Jenin's packed urban refugee camp, targeting the family home of a militant jailed by Israel. Eyewitnesses said, "I looked out of the window and saw a masked soldier storming the house of our neighbor, Assem Abu el-Hijja. After about a quarter of an hour, I heard several explosions and heavy gunfire," Samaya Abu Saman told Palestine TV. The Israel Defense Force, or IDF, described a massive exchange of fire between its forces and Palestinian gunmen. Video showed an explosion hitting armored troop transport as shots rang out. An Israeli military spokesman said that a Panther troop carrier was hit by an unusual and dramatic improvised explosion device, an IED, after which an Israeli Apache helicopter fired on an open area to repel the gunmen as the forces extracted soldiers from the troop. transport. Sorry, it was on the next page. We don't know the nature of the ID, but it was pretty intense, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Hecht said. He said the IDF were now bringing in heavy machinery to try to extract the vehicles. While exchanges of fire with militants continued, he added that the soldiers who were previously inside the carrier had been moved to protect other vehicles. The Palestinian Health Ministry said 5 men and a 15-year-old boy whom it named as Ahmed Yusuf Sakhar were killed during the raid. The 5th man died of his wounds on Tuesday morning. The ministry added that more than 90 Palestinians were wounded, including a 15-year-old girl who locals report was hit by a bullet, which came through the wall of her home. Jeez. A Palestinian photojournalist covering the raid, Hazam Imad Nasser, was also among those wounded. Palestinian medics said he underwent surgery after being shot in his side. The Palestine Red Crescent Society, meanwhile, accused the Israeli army of stopping medical teams reaching casualties. Which, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Especially because they're shooting on civilians and not just army.
Yeah.
Right. So the society's director in Jenin, Dr. Mahmoud Al-Sadi, told the BBC, "We are working in very difficult conditions. The occupation Israeli forces impeded the movement of ambulances and prevented medical staff from performing their duties. The raid is a further sign that US-led attempts to de-escalate tensions in the West Bank are failing." Officials had hoped to reduce the intensity of Israeli military raids and impel the Palestinian Authority to regain its grip in the cities of Jenin and Nablus, where they have lost control to a new generation of militants. Hussein al-Sheikh, the Palestinian Authority's civil affairs minister, said, "A fierce and open war is being waged against the Palestinian people by the occupation forces." He called for the Palestinian leadership to take unprecedented decisions without elaborating. Israel's use of aircraft would push our fighters to use tools that will surprise the enemy, an official with the Palestinian militant group Islamic Jihad said. It claimed 2 of the dead men as members. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said, "We will use all our tools at our disposal and strike terrorists wherever they may be. Terrorists will not find a safe haven, not in Jenin, not in Nablus, and not in Gaza." In a separate development, the United States said it was deeply troubled by new Israeli plans to expand Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank and make changes that will see hardline pro-settler Minister Bezalel Smotrich take authority over future planning there. Mr. Smotrich heads a far-right religious ultra-nationalist bloc that has espoused racist anti-Palestinian policies. A senior Israeli official played down the move, saying it was part of measures to cut unnecessary administrative red tape in the construction authorization process. The U.S. State Department said Israel's actions violated previous commitments it had made to the Biden administration, while Palestinian leaders condemned the new steps and called on the international community to intervene. Settlements are seen as illegal under international law, but Israel disputes that. So, thoughts?
So you know how earlier I said there was a lot to unpack here? This is a lot more to unpack. There's just... I'm pretty sure the whole... what's the word? Like blocking off ambulances and stuff is classified as a war crime.
Yes.
So, like, that's quite hectic.
Alright. This issue is actually pretty simple, right?
Okay.
The Israelis are doing apartheid to the Palestinians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, so I just want to say, if anyone is like trying to blame this on the Jews, or like, this is a Jewish conspiracy to kill Palestinians or something like that.
Yeah.
Not at all, right? The fact that, these Israeli people are Jewish,
yes,
has nothing to do with, our anger against them.
Yes.
Our anger against them is because they're doing apartheid, right?
Because they are literally committing war crimes.
If you see somebody that's saying, yeah, fuck Israel because of the Jews, get them out of here, right? We do not support whoever says that. Anti-Semitism. We are here about the apartheid being done.
Yes.
Right? It's about their actions, not how they identify or like their religion.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, that's really all there is to say. It's
Fair
a very
enough.
simple
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, it's simple to describe the problem.
Yeah.
Solving it would be very
Yes.
very hard, right? But like I said, to me, it's quite clear that the Israelis are in the wrong.
Yes.
Just based on this article, like you said, stopping medical teams, that's a war crime. That's
That's
like
how is that defensible?
there's no
Defendable?
defense. There's no defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, like I said, it's quite clear.
Yeah.
The next story is search and rescue teams were racing against time on Monday to find a tourist sub that went missing in the North Atlantic while on a dive to the wreck of the Titanic. The U.S. Coast Guard said a small submarine with 5 persons on board had gone missing in the vicinity of the Titanic wreck, and that the vessel had the capacity to be submerged for 96 hours, but it was unclear whether it was still underwater or had resurfaced and was unable to communicate. The Titan is a carbon fiber and titanium submersible and is used to explore the wreck of the Titanic. The submersible was reported overdue on Monday, but contact was lost 1 hour and 45 minutes into its dive on Sunday afternoon, the Coast Guard said. A British explorer and a French military veteran and submarine expert were believed to be among those on board the Titan, a deep diving submersible operated by underwater tourism company OceanGate.
You know that
Yes.
apparently a few years ago, an employee of OceanGate filed safety complaints about the depth that this thing was built to operate at and the depths it's actually going to. And that person was fired for filing those complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those are the rumors. I'm not sure how true that is.
Well, I've just seen a lot of people make fun of
Yeah.
these guys for
Yeah.
dying, which I'm not going to do. I don't know anything about these people.
Yeah.
I will criticize the company OceanGate.
Yes.
Because, like you said, for one, they didn't listen to employee complaints.
Yeah.
Two, if you actually look at that submarine, it's
It's
so small. It's so like, what? It's like if you're trying to get tourists to go on your trip, wouldn't you make it a little bit more like comfortable, a little bit more appealing? Like
also at $250,000 a pop. That's
pretty crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, I also read that it's unable to be opened from the inside.
Yes.
So that part about if they had, come up to the surface, but they just can't get out of the ship. They have air to only last them. I think it's going to expire in like an hour from now.
Yeah.
While we're recording, but
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, hopefully they're found and
They return home safe.
yeah, there's really nothing else to say.
Yeah.
So also this week, Cyril Ramaphosa, our president,
Yeah.
went on a diplomatic mission to Europe to meet with both Zelensky and Putin and to discuss peace talks.
Yes.
I also, this is the thing. Certain newspapers have just described it as peace talks.
Yes.
Other sources have said that Ramaphosa has gone to get the IEC to retract, the warrant for Putin's arrest.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If that second one is the case, then that's not pursuing for peace.
Yeah.
That's,
That's kind of the opposite,
right?
Yeah.
But obviously, if that is the case, I'm not interested in this. But
Yeah.
let's take it on the first, option that
Yes.
this genuinely done to broker peace.
Yes.
It really seems like the peace talks were secondary.
Yeah.
And this was really an attempt to show that we are neutral so that we aren't kicked out of
Yeah.
AGOA. Do you know what AGOA is?
AGOA.
Yes. I can't remember what it's like the Agriculture Opportunities Act.
Yeah. Something. It's something to do with African countries.
Yeah. It's like certain African countries get to buy from the US market with no import tax.
Yes.
So you can just, buy whatever goods and then they come here and you sell them or
Yeah.
use them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, that's useful.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So it would be bad if, it got taken away.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world, I don't think.
No.
Because like
Well.
there's people other than the US that we can,
Yeah.
get into trade agreements with. But like,
True.
like I said, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
But let's hope that we can get this fixed. But yeah. So the trip was, however, overshadowed by the ANC delegation being detained in Poland as weapons and unregistered security personnel were found aboard. The president then had to have his meetings with Putin and Zelensky without any security, which I have to laugh.
It's one of the most ridiculous things.
Yes, it's pretty funny. Just turning up with a bunch of guns and being like, "What? Why can't we come in?" I'm shocked. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say other than the ANC are a bunch of clowns. So yeah. Let's just move on. So, content warning for violence against animals.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay.
A Penn State professor accused of performing sex acts on his pet dog begged police to shoot him during his arrest for the disturbing allegation. Temus Matsukas, 64, was allegedly caught in the act on surveillance cameras by the bathrooms at Rock State Forest wearing a mask while half naked except for socks and shoes.
I wouldn't call that half naked. That's like...
He was wearing a mask though.
So?
I mean, your face is like pretty much half your body. So after police tracked him down and showed up on his doorstep, Matsukas allegedly became visibly nervous before telling officers, "What do I have to do to get you to shoot me? I need to die." During the arrest, he reportedly then conceded that he carries out the depraved act to blow off steam. A Penn State professor accused of performing sex acts on his pet dog I think I just copied it twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, so I didn't read this as a news story. I just saw a tweet.
Yeah.
That was like, they put in cameras to see who was stealing their hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So there was somebody stealing the hand sanitizer from the toilets, and they found this guy having sex with a dog. Well, let me not say having sex, raping a dog.
Yes.
Right? Because animals can't consent.
Yes.
So so they caught him on camera, and they I don't think they caught him live, but
No.
they found his backpack was very, what's the word, identifiable, and they found him after the fact, and just so yeah, and
but it's still just very
yes,
upsetting.
very upsetting, so bizarre. I just thought to myself, this is so unique.
Yeah.
This
You could get like a gym membership or just take a walk in the park with the dog.
You could read 10,000 newspapers, you'd find the story once.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said, I didn't read that on Twitter. I went to search for that story to get the full news story. I actually found out there's another.
Oh my! Oh no!
Blake Refford of Elkhart was charged last week with bestiality and intimidation with a deadly weapon.
Oh no!
After his mother allegedly saw him with his pants down with the dog pinned on the couch in March 2022. So this happened last year, but the information came out now.
Yeah.
Right. According to newly obtained court documents, the accused sicko grabbed a hammer and threatened to kill his mom and burn her body if she called the police, WSBT reported.
That's a bit
Police
insane.
said they noticed blood and red marks on the pooch. A veterinarian later confirmed that the animal had suffered trauma according to the reports.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah. When I said this is so rare, when I googled it and I clicked the first link and it was this, I was like, wait this has nothing to do with the professor. And then I was like, oh shit, two dog rapings happened this week. Two. Well, again, sorry, it didn't happen this week. It happened last year, but
this guy was charged.
yes, he was charged. No, not charged this week. The information came out this week.
Oh.
It says according to newly obtained court documents.
Oh, right, okay.
So
okay.
he was, I assume, charged. Well, we don't even know if he's in prison.
Yeah.
It just says he was charged, so he could have paid
a bribe. Yeah. Wait, what's it called? Bail.
Bail, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, can you get bail for raping a dog?
I hope
don't
not.
know. Yeah, I'm not a
I really hope not.
Not a dog rape lawyer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs of that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, very horrific. Bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This
What the
is-
fuck. Like every single news story, except. Yeah, every single news story.
Yeah, there's
It's
there's
just
no feel good
the most
news
hectic
this
shit
week.
I've ever fucking seen, bro.
Yeah.
One of the most hectic. You know, last week you were saying was a big news week. Next week will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
will be empty. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh
It's
my
just
god.
it's
one bad thing after another,
yeah,
culminating in 2 dog rapes.
yeah.
So anyway, the context for this movie.
Oh my. Yes.
So, like last week, we were speaking about Miles Morales.
Yes.
And the person I started off the discussion with is Donald Glover.
Yes.
Who do you think I'm going to start off this discussion by talking about?
Optimus Prime. But the guy that voices Optimus Prime.
Peter Cullen.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Any other ideas?
Mark Wahlberg.
No. Let me think.
Michael Bay.
75, 74, 73, 72, 71. The 70th President of the United States of America, Ronald Reagan.
What? Okay.
Right? So rules had been placed since the 1960s when advertisers discovered how television would be the perfect gateway to get their products in front of as many eyes as possible.
Right.
Right. This was important because children dictate so much of a family's spending. Meals, movies, entertainment, they're usually all determined by what the kids want.
Okay.
Children can influence 95% of selecting a restaurant, 89% in what beverages a family buys, and 80% of where a family vacation will be.
That's crazy.
They call it pester power.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Ronald Reagan instituted the deregulation of advertising at the start of the 1980s.
Okay.
So all those rules that were stopping, advertising to children, he got rid of it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But this is the thing.
Yes.
Ronald Reagan was a puppet.
Okay.
He was working for the interests of, CEOs and
Yeah.
like a bunch of nameless executives or faceless executives, right?
Okay.
So I view Ronald Reagan as one of the most evil men to ever live.
Oh.
But he's not really. He's just the avatar for those guys,
Yeah.
They would write a law, put it in front of him, and he was going senile while he was president,
no.
right? So
Okay.
he had like he was going senile, so they kept it from the American people.
Okay.
So he was just signing whatever came across his desk, right? He was just a puppet for them to control.
Okay.
But again, I view him as the avatar for
Yes.
evilness.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Just yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, this allowed companies to market as much as they wanted to children, leading to an explosion of new toys, cartoons, junk food, fast food, and breakfast cereal.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So the company Hasbro released the TV show Transformers as a way to market their toys to children.
Okay.
Right? That's right. They created Transformers toys, and they're like, all right, how are we gonna get this? Kids interested in it. They commissioned like a short animated show to get kids interested. But they were also double dipping, right?
Okay.
Because during the ad breaks for the Transformers shows, they also had traditional toy ads.
Oh wow.
For the Transformers toys. So it's
What played them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of this long form ad, we're gonna have a short form ad in the middle of it. Which, you can see how advertising culture has moved on from that to now.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. Quick note: Hasbro also made the G.I. Joe. The G.I. Joe franchise, and did something similar.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So following this logic, in 1986, when the Transformers movie came out, they killed off the majority of the main cast.
Oh.
So that they could release their new generation of Transformers toys, right?
Okay.
They're like, those are the old toys, here are the new toys.
Yeah.
But what they didn't realize was the kids that began to love the characters
Oh no.
were traumatized by seeing all their favorite characters die.
Oh yeah.
Especially Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Right. So
Makes sense.
Yes, this is the thing. They're treating it like, all right, well, here's more toys to sell, and the kids are like, what the? Like there was a big letter writing campaign to Hasbro to get them to bring back Optimus Prime because kids were upset, right?
And that's why they can never kill off Optimus Prime ever again.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of did.
That's why a lot of characters aren't killed off because it would upset kids.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
yeah, right. But yeah, after this, a number of animated series, most of which I can't comment on. But when I was a boy, I watched Transformers Armada,
Okay.
Energon, and Cybertron, which form the Unicron trilogy.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Those three shows have they focus on different things, but they
the general.
they tell one story.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
like sequels to each other. They're like
right.
they're
Okay.
like 3 seasons of the same
Okay.
continuity.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's I can show you the Wikipedia page for all the Transformers from they've made so many shows.
Yes.
Like between 20 and 30 shows, bro. It's unreal.
Yeah.
But those are the ones I watched at the time, and again, as we've established on the show, I wasn't in it for the vehicles. I was in it for the robots from space. Right?
I was in it for the vehicles.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Of course.
So anyway, the live-action Transformers, directed by Michael Bay, came out in 2007.
Yes.
I didn't see it in cinemas. It was the 8 p.m. movie on Mnet on a random night,
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
So I don't have strong feelings about the movie either way.
Okay.
But I will say, seeing Megan Fox was a sexual awakening for me. When I was, 11 years old. I was like, oh my god. I just lost my whole shit, bro. Just in my pants. But anyway. Right. So, again, I wasn't very impressed with the first one. So I just missed the next 2 Transformers, when they came out. I caught bits and pieces when it was on TV.
Okay.
I didn't really sit down and watch all the way through.
Yeah.
Right? And they also just seem bad.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I had a test or something.
Okay.
So I didn't go see... What's the one with Devastator?
I think it's the third one.
Alright, whatever. But I was busy with something. Your dad took you and my brother.
Yeah.
I couldn't go. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the third one.
Anyway, whatever the case is, so I did watch the quasi reboot in 2014
Okay.
with Mark Wahlberg,
Yes.
where I don't know, he throws a football at, at somebody and knocks them out. Right. So I was sleeping over at my friend's house and we went to the movies. And I was kind of forced to watch it because they wanted to watch Transformers. Just a truly awful movie. There's just they go to China in a cynical attempt to get in on the Chinese market.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci drinks a milk, which is very clear product placement. He has the Beats pill, which is also very clear product placement. It's
it's a lot of product placement.
it just made me upset. Was it Transformers 4?
Yes.
That's
Yeah, 4.
No good. But I am thinking about revisiting it. To see if it's a so bad it's good situation.
Oh no. Okay.
But I don't want to take the risk. That's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
What if one day I'm just desperate? There's nothing else on. I've gotten to the end of all
of every movie ever.
All shows and all movies. I'm like, all right, fuck, it's time. Anyway, then I missed the following 2 Transformers.
Oh my goodness.
One is they a King Arthur style situation.
Yes.
With
Mark Wahlberg. It's the second.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Optimus Prime is a descendant of King Arthur. I don't know how that would work. No, somebody's a descendant. Oh no, sorry. Mark Wahlberg is a descendant of King Arthur.
Yes.
I never watched it, so I don't know, right? But I just heard somebody describe it, and I just fucking laughed, bro. One of the funniest fucking things.
A giant robot, descendant of King Arthur.
Yeah, okay, I made a mistake. Yeah, and the second one was Bumblebee.
Yes.
Which I've heard is a genuinely good movie.
Yeah.
Now I've never seen it.
Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah.
We will be doing it as a commentary this week, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching it in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So this movie is directed by Stephen Caple Jr.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
No.
He directed Creed 2.
Oh.
Which I also enjoyed a lot. I spoke about Creed earlier in the year, right?
Yes.
The first one is a masterpiece. The second one is
Yeah.
Not as good, but it's still very good. And third one I liked a lot less. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one who directed the second. And yeah.
Yes.
And spoiler alert, I like this movie a lot.
Oh, okay.
I don't know your feelings on it, but
Yeah.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it, right? So
Yes.
my thoughts
Okay.
on the movie. So I didn't go through it like these past couple of weeks. I've been going through it like scene by scene.
Yeah.
And I've been writing down what I thought. This week, just general random thoughts I had. We might be jumping around a bit. So
Okay.
do you want to maybe like lead the conversation? You can go through your notes.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I can.
Alright, sure.
To start it off, I found it incredibly cliche.
Wow.
Because it's just like, it seems to just follow the same format as every single Transformers. Well, at least the first of a new Transformers. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes. 1, 4 and this one.
Yeah, exactly.
The reboots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so just, I don't know, I didn't really like the idea that it followed the same format. Like,
What format are you talking about?
it's kind of, hold on, I wrote it down. It's talented mechanic or like robot-y person in some way finds a robot car or truck, and then there's a big reveal where, oh, the car/truck is actually a massive robot. And then that then kind of goes into, hey, we've got this massive villain we can fight. They're probably going to destroy Earth if we lose. Then they fight the massive villain and they win.
Alright.
And then that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't really like that it followed that same format. Like,
You've just described most movies. That's not just Transformers.
well, yeah, fair.
It's
But, yeah.
it's a template because it works,
Yes.
right? Anyway, if you feel like that, that's fine. I understand that it may be a template story,
Yeah.
but I enjoy the accoutrements, if you will.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
So I found this was like an homage to early 2000s blockbusters.
Fair.
Um,
Okay.
Especially or specifically the Peter Jackson movies. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Who is he?
A director.
What redirect?
King Kong.
Sure.
Sure?
Yes, that's one.
Okay, yeah. That's the best I've got.
You just saw a big ape and you're like,
Yeah.
Yes, he directed King Kong, but he also directed the 3 Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
And he
right.
came back for the Hobbit movies, right?
Right, okay.
So,
yes.
like, for example, Optimus Primal's father pulling out the spine of the scorpion.
Yes.
King Kong does that, and he pulls out this of the dinosaur. He
Yeah.
pulls out the spine,
Yeah.
and he like goes ah. Yeah. Scourge has a similar mask to the design of the Nazgul. Do
Okay.
you know who the Nazgul are?
I don't.
They're
I
like
think.
these like they're just bad guys.
Oh, okay, nice.
They're the lieutenants of Sauron.
Okay.
Like, he sends them out to capture the hobbits.
Okay.
And like we see them periodically, like not all the time, but like they'll just show up and they're about to kill them, and then our heroes make an unlikely escape.
Ah,
So
yes,
yeah,
okay, of course.
yeah, kind of. They're kind of like ineffective idiots, but they look very cool.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyway, yeah, so the Nazgul mask is very similar to Scourge. The second or the other thing is Unicron looks a lot like the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, okay.
Right, it's
Fair
like
enough.
that little ball
Yeah,
of light.
yeah.
And also later on, like when you see him on Earth, there's
Yeah.
like a large tower.
Yes.
That looks a lot like, the tower from the Two Towers.
Okay, makes sense.
Right, and Unicorn is, not Unicorn,
Unicorn,
is trying
yes.
to like, come into that sphere, right, from
Yeah.
the other universe. Well, he's trying to eat the world, really.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, the imagery was a lot of like Lord of the Rings imagery.
Yes.
So
okay.
there's that, and also the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So Unicron is Galactus.
Okay.
Do you know who Galactus is?
No.
You don't know Galactus?
No. I never watched the Fantastic Four.
Well, it's not just the Fantastic Four. He's a big Marvel guy.
Then maybe. Oh, is he the guy with the T for a head?
The T4 in head.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Okay, never mind.
I'll just Google a pic of him.
Okay.
You'll see.
All right.
But he doesn't look like.
Oh, okay. It's not a T.
Yeah.
But yes.
You know who
yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
is, right?
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Galactus.
Yes.
Listeners at home, Google Galactus. But yeah, so he didn't appear as he appears here in the movie. He appears as just like a giant cloud.
Yeah.
So the visuals of the Fantastic Four movie, Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, match.
Yes.
The imagery matches a lot with the Unicron in this movie. First of all, he's a planet eater. Second of all, he looks like he's a giant cloud coming to, eat the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just a lot of Galactus imagery. Second of all, he gives Scourge power.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget what he calls it.
It's
But whatever the
it's like
case
dark
is,
energy or something.
whatever the case is, Galactus imbues the Silver Surfer with powers.
All right.
And
Okay.
the Silver Surfer is his envoy. So Scourge is the Silver Surfer, and
Okay.
Unicron is Galactus. There's a lot of I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm missing a lot of things, but those are the ones that just immediately came to mind while I was watching this.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
yeah, this is very clearly early 2000s.
Yeah. Okay.
blockbusters, but
Fair enough.
There's another scene where Optimus didn't think the artifact really existed.
It happens every.
Well, that's what I was going to say, right?
Yeah.
So I listened to this podcast where they say in every Transformers movie there's like some magic object or trinket or and the Transformers in every movie are just shocked that it exists.
Yeah.
So why don't they take like a long weekend and just go search for all the various things or like all the legends they know? Just go hunt it down.
Yeah.
Right? Put them all together. Maybe, I don't know, if they're too dangerous, just throw it into the sun. Something,
Okay, yes.
the ones you can use safely, use them. The ones you can't, just,
Yeah.
I want to say, look, if you just throw it off into space, like another robot might come across it and use it, right? That's why I'm saying specifically throw it into the sun.
Okay.
It can't miss the sun. You have to be quite near there and then throw it. You can't throw it from Earth and hope it hits the sun. You need to go close to the sun and throw it, right? That's we gotta get it. Anyway, that's also the plot of Superman 4, where he rounds up the world's nuclear weapons and he throws it in the sun. I'm a big fan of Superman 4, just listeners.
What if they're sunproof? Then what happens?
They made sunproof weapons.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't believe it, bro. There's nothing the sun can't kill. Except maybe 500 lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they attack at night, the sun is done.
If you don't know what we're referring to, there's one of these, I don't know if it's a joke, but it's like an internet debate where somebody asked, who would win, the sun or 500 lions? People like, obviously the sun. And he's like, yeah, but what if they pissed? All their piss went and put the sun out. Again, I don't know if this person was just joking or if they were serious about this. Yeah. Either way, very funny. Anyway, the next thing. Oh, do you wanna?
I really liked the voice acting in this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like Pete
Michelle Yeoh, she's the bird lady.
Yes.
Ron Perlman, he's Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
And you were going to say Pete Davidson, who I also liked a lot.
Mirage, yeah.
Yes, he was fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like fun little quips he had. Kind of annoying. I was just like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
This is good.
It was like in that sweet spot where it's like he's got the quips, but it's not too many quips that you eventually find them annoying. It's like it's just the right amount of quippage.
Yes. And like I like their relationship.
Yeah.
That like he's in touch with his younger brother and he's like telling him you gotta look out for this and that. Like it's a very fun little thing here.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Alright. There's a line where somebody says Marky Mark is acting now.
Yeah.
Do you know who Marky Mark is?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, Wahlberg. He was in I guess I've never listened to them, but I guess it's like a rap group.
Yeah, Marky Mark and the
Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
When I heard about that, that's so funny. But yeah, so every time his name comes up, I have to. Well, the one thing is he like. Do you remember he did like racial crimes?
Yes.
So
Yes.
he threw rocks at black children.
Yes.
He blinded a Vietnamese man.
Yes.
Well, I think those are two separate. Well, so one he blinded a Vietnamese man. Another one he beat up a blind person.
Yeah.
I don't think those are the same incident. I think.
Okay. So you didn't blind them and then beat them up. Okay.
It was.
gotcha.
But anyway.
Yeah.
He wasn't like an adult.
Yeah.
I think he went to like juvenile detention or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I don't really want to chat about that. But
Okay.
I will say, right,
Okay.
every time his name comes up, I have to refer back to him saying he would have stopped 9/11. So he didn't outright say I would have stopped 9/11. He says, listen, 9/11. I'm not saying anything, but if it was me, it wouldn't have gone down like that. 9/11. If it were me, it wouldn't have gone down like that. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. This guy victim blaming the victims of 9/11.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I also found the CGI to be very like hit or miss. Like the robots were incredibly detailed, incredibly good and realistic looking, but I found that there was one scene in particular where they're driving and it just looks like the cartoons. It just, I don't know, there was something very hit or miss about the CGI.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna disagree about that.
Okay.
But I disagree with the use. I think it was used very well.
Okay.
Well, that's maybe not CGI, but like the design.
Okay.
All the characters had a very distinct design.
Yes.
So, in earlier Transformers movies, it just looks like a lot of grey guys just running up against each other and hitting each other.
Yes.
So, this one, each person had a different design. Spatially, you were kind of aware of them, like, oh, the blue person is here, the pink person is here. Like, it's a lot easier to tell what was going on compared to other Transformers movies where you just see, like, explosions and shit going on. Like, it was very well staged, I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that has to do with CGI. That's more like the choreography, I guess.
Okay.
But
yeah, fair enough.
But I guess it does have to do with CGI because there's not really Transformers fighting around.
Yeah.
I think it does speak to the CGI that it's, the action isn't jumbled up and you can see what's precisely going on as the fight plays out.
Yeah.
But yeah, carry on.
Also, I should have actually mentioned this in the
well, again, we're not
context.
going. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Michaela J. Rodriguez. Do you know who that is?
She's the lead actress.
Yeah, she's Nightbird, who's the Nissan GTR. Okay, but don't worry about that. Anyway, the first ever transgender actor in a Transformers franchise movie.
Who?
Michaela J. Rodriguez.
What does she play?
She's Nightbird. Like one of the kind of, I guess, Scourge's hench people.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I
thought you were talking about Elena, the main actress.
No.
All right.
She's one of the Transformers.
Okay.
I guess you could call her a Transformer.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I just...
A transgender former.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
All right.
It's just nice to have inclusivity, especially during Pride Month.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I can think of right now. I should have probably written down a lot more stuff I was talking about.
I had a good laugh when he says, I do not want you going to that drive-in theater. made me remember drive-ins.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a drive-in?
When I was like very, very young.
So when I was younger, we used to go like every other weekend.
Yes.
Then like, this was the early 2000s though.
Yeah.
And then like, but you've always lived here.
Yes.
You never lived in Durban.
Yes.
But yeah, that side they had.
Yeah.
There's never been a.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
one that I know about. I would love a drive-in. Drive-ins are so
Apparently
cool.
there was one somewhere around here, but
Shut down.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love a drive-in.
Yeah.
I wish I could start a drive-in.
Started driving.
But it's very like you need security, you know.
Yeah.
That's the issue. People don't want to go to a drive-in because like
Yeah.
somebody might be there
Just one other person might be there.
to rob them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one robber's one more than should be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah, but actually, as you mentioned that line, I like the kind of, I guess, father-son bond, even though it's not really a father-son bond between Optimus and Bumblebee. Like it's very,
Sure.
yeah, it's
Well, yeah, Bumblebee's a
he's,
disaffected teen.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's really, I quite enjoyed that kind of aspect where, although then it's kind of heartbreaking if you think of it as like a father losing his son in the middle of the movie.
Sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
but everything turns out okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, there is a racial angle to this movie that I can't really vocalize. You know, like
Huh?
we were speaking about the transgender in Beau is Afraid.
Yes.
There's a transgender angle that I couldn't vocalize. Similarly here, like I'm seeing a bunch of stuff that I don't like. I don't know what they're trying to say, or perhaps I'm just misreading into it.
Okay.
But the guy who turns Noah down for the job says, "People like you."
Yes.
And Noah says, "What do you mean, people like me?" That's usually like a racial thing.
Oh.
But again, I don't understand the commentary
Yeah.
because they gave him a good enough reason as to why they wouldn't want him.
Yeah. Because
You
he
know, at the
doesn't work well
Yeah.
in teams. Yeah.
But okay, well, we'll get to that. But
Okay.
I don't know. Are they trying to say that was racially motivated? I don't know.
Oh, it
The
could have
other
been.
thing
Yeah.
is Elena.
Yeah.
But it's like her boss is white and she's always taking ideas.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
I don't really see if they're commenting on anything there.
Yeah.
And the people that the Maximals trust are indigenous people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Well, there's also the festival. You know, when they go to the church.
Yes.
If they were like Mark Wahlberg and his family, it would have been a lot harder to blend in.
I guess.
Yeah.
But again, I have no idea what they're trying to say, or
Yeah,
if they
that's-
even are trying to say anything. Maybe it's just me, overthinking it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd mention it so that maybe there's somebody out there who can.
Yeah.
Maybe it makes more sense to you.
Yeah.
So write in.
Yeah.
Write in, listeners. Oh well, I guess we don't have listeners.
We are the listeners.
Yeah. So I'll write in next week. In the cleanup, I'll clean this up. Right. There was a scene where they're in the museum
Yeah.
and Noah's there just like looking at the bad Transformers. And
Oh.
he turns around and Elena's just
Yeah.
fucking booking it. I'm like, that's exactly how you should be. You shouldn't be standing there. We're like looking around to see if everyone's having fun. It was just
Yeah.
So there's a scene, like when they're in Peru.
Yes.
So yeah, when they get to Peru, Elena says Noah and Optimus are similar,
Yeah.
which I thought was quite obvious. But
Yeah.
she came out and just said it out
Yeah.
loud. I'm like, what? What the hell? Again, yeah. Well, I assume this is for children, so they need it kind of spelled out. for them.
Yeah. I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they're both too independent and can't be part of a team.
Yes.
So they set this up by the security boss telling Noah he can't get the job done because he's not a team player.
Yes.
So that's telling us.
Yes.
A more effective way to convey this thought would be perhaps to show Noah in battle with his army squad.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Well, it could be like, it would cost more for them to go to the desert and shoot and
Yeah.
get army gear or whatever. But I'm just
Yeah.
this is just a hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
A 10-minute scene at the beginning of the movie where you're supposed to work as a team, and Noah like does it himself,
Yeah.
and when he does it himself, he gets like somebody hurt.
Yeah.
That would more, it would be convey the idea better than somebody just telling us.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen
Yeah.
him be independent and not work as a team.
Yeah.
So it's just like some random guy telling us this about him doesn't like register to us. But if we saw it, it would be more obvious to us.
Yeah.
It's a very
True.
simple thing called show don't tell.
Yeah.
Right. It's the audience just prefers it to be shown rather than somebody telling them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so similarly, the other Autobots say that Optimus blames himself for the failure of the mission,
Yeah.
and he feels like he needs to do everything himself.
Yes.
We should have gotten a scene where Optimus is blaming himself for things he clearly had no control over, so we can see that he's,
Yeah. They do just kind of tell us.
yes,
about
again,
It, yeah.
both these cases that set up the main idea of this movie are just told to us.
Yeah.
If they showed us, it would be much more, it would convey much more. But
Yeah.
again, it's just my problem with how they did it. The idea is good.
Yes.
There's a clear arc,
Yeah.
they set up at the beginning of the movie. These two characters, they had a problem, they couldn't work in teams, and at the end of the movie they work through their problem and then they can work in teams.
Yeah.
That's just simple.
Yeah.
That's writing 101, right?
Yeah.
Your character has to change throughout the movie.
Yes.
And even though it was done in a very simple way, I'm glad that they actually did it. Like,
Yeah.
we've spoken about so many movies, on this podcast, where I'm like, where's the arc? Where's the character didn't, go through any growth. They didn't do anything.
Where is literally any sort of change?
Yes, things just kind of happen to them.
Yeah.
But this one, even though, like I said, it's simple, it's good, it's
Yeah.
effective, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Anyway, at the end when Optimus sends them away to blow up the thing himself, they shouldn't have left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I know they wanted a moment where Optimus looks like he's gonna die and they come back and save him.
Yeah.
But it implies that Optimus learned nothing.
Yeah.
Noah learned the lesson of trust and teamwork, and Optimus Primal never had that issue.
Yeah.
But Optimus saying, "Hey, let me do it alone." You've learned nothing.
Yeah.
I thought that moment undercut it.
Yeah.
But I guess them coming back was to reinforce that idea. But I would have preferred if they just said,
Yeah.
"No, we're not going to do it. We're just going to be here
Yeah.
and help you out." And then, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of undercut the lesson that was being shown here.
Yeah.
Uh,
True.
The other thing is Optimus Prime is a wild racist towards humans. You remember when they meet the Peruvians?
Yes.
He's like, "You trust these people?"
Yeah.
When they Mirage takes Noah, he's like, "Why did you bring him?
Yeah.
Humans can't do anything," or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, he's constantly just being like, "Fuck these humans." Yeah. So my favorite part of this movie is Bumblebee jumping out of the plane.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That
was like,
yeah.
just so fun.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the thing. I don't think they should have done fake outs for both Bumblebee and Mirage.
Okay.
Right. So Bumblebee should have died. That I don't have a problem with that part of the story.
Yes.
But Scourge should have shot Mirage once.
Okay.
So he's injured, and then Noah has to take over.
Yeah.
He shot him 3 times point blank.
Yeah.
He should be dead.
Straight.
It's
Straight through the spark as well.
Yeah, 3 direct shots should mean death.
Yes.
It's I didn't like that part.
Yeah.
Again, if it was just once and maybe he was turning to the side or something.
Yeah.
That just 2 death fake outs are very
Nah.
it's like you've already done this. Because at that point when Mirage dies, Bumblebee hasn't come back.
No.
When
He's
Mirage,
on his way back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but the idea's already been seeded because we saw those waves coming and activating the energon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we knew Bumblebee was coming back. Yeah. Again, I just didn't like that second death fake out. There's
Yeah.
no need for it. He could have been shot once, and that's why he couldn't control the body.
Yeah.
That's when Noah takes over, and then, the rest of the movie plays out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, he loses a lot of, like, material. Because he's a giant robot.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a very small exosuit. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess it makes sense. Because, it fits to the human body. But he loses a lot.
They should have, made it bigger.
Yeah.
The exosuit, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of them, the Power Rangers robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sword.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, the next thing, Elena has no arc. So I was praising that they at least gave Noah an arc.
Yeah.
Noah and Optimus Prime. Elena really, I thought she was very hard done by in this movie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So she went through no character growth. Her boss was taking credit for her work, and then at the end of the movie, she's receiving an award which shows her work is finally getting recognized.
Yes.
But none of her actions led to this. She
Yeah.
didn't do anything to, change her situation. It's just things happening to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it seems almost coincidental that she gets more recognition at work, right?
Yeah.
They could have had her possibly go on a journey to become more confident, and we see her stand up to her boss.
Yeah.
Just to show that she's learned something.
Yeah.
And then maybe, her boss's boss takes notice and realize, oh, you should be getting the credit for this idea.
Yeah.
Like by her being more confident and speaking up for herself.
Yeah.
We didn't see any growth from her, because again, the thing that's set up at the beginning of the movie is her boss is taking credit.
Yeah.
And at the end, she's being given an award.
Yeah.
So that's in their the creators' minds. I think they're saying,
she's getting the credit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the arc. But again, she did nothing to get to that. It
Yeah.
just kind of happened to her.
Yeah.
Right. That's what my frustration with this is.
She might. Maybe she'll have more of an arc later on.
Sure.
Because I think there's another movie.
Yeah,
after
but
this, so.
we can't hope on a future movie. We're looking at this movie as it is.
Yeah.
And it's perhaps if it's a movie with the sequel announced.
Yeah.
Like last week we had Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And there's some things where I'm like, well, let's see how it plays out before I speak
Yes.
on it. This one, there is another Transformers movie announced, but it's not in this continuity.
Oh, okay.
I think there's an animated movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyway, so that's what I'm trying to say. Within the framework of this movie, she had nothing. Even, they gave her a job to go underneath the thing and, go to the panel.
Yes.
And when she gets to the panel,
It blows up.
yeah, she can't do anything. She does nothing.
Yeah.
She's wasted in the third act.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Very
from it.
unfortunate for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, the end scene and the post credits tells us Noah becomes a G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Which that's what I mentioned at the beginning of the movie. There's lots of I don't think it happened in animation or movies, but I think in the comics, G.I. Joe and Transformers crossed over.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not so familiar with the G.I. Joe world.
Yeah.
I've seen the 3 movies.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe 1 and 2. The second one is called Retaliation, and Snake Eyes from last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah. I mean,
I never watched, I said Transformers, I watched that trilogy of cartoons as a kid.
yeah.
I never watched there was a G.I. Joe cartoon I never watched.
Yeah.
There was a movie I never watched. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
an animated movie I never watched. They
Yeah.
did the same thing they did with Transformers, the movie.
Yeah.
They tried to kill off the G.I. Joes and bring back, the new line of G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
So yeah, final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming into this, it's maybe, well, I was thinking maybe 7 out of 10. But after the discussions, I think I might bump it up to an 8.
Alright.
Yeah. You?
I had a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, all this criticism I had came after the fact.
Yeah.
In the moment, I was having a blast.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't really like. I'm trying to think if there's anything. The only thing that I thought about was the Noah and Optimus being similar.
Yeah.
And again, the movie told us. So
Yeah.
it's like, right? I was just again having a blast. I gave it a 7.
Okay.
Right. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I can't remember having this much fun with the Transformers property in quite a while.
Okay.
Again, I'm not really that big of a Transformers guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a fun time.
Just a blast.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you for this. Oh shit, it's recommendations.
What? Oh yeah. Recommendations.
Yes.
Yes.
So, can I start? Do you want to start?
Go for it. You
All right.
start.
Last week I mentioned it, but I finished the hit Fox comedy New Girl.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
Like when we spoke about it last week, I had been through like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And then I watched 6 and 7 and, moved on.
All right. Okay.
Then I watched the first season of Digimon.
Okay.
It's an anime from my childhood.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know why I thought of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it and it's fun.
Okay.
It's definitely a kid show. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't want to. I was thinking about watching season 2. I'm like,
Yeah. Kids show.
kid show. Just
Yeah.
move on. The new season of Black Mirror came out. Season
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
I've just heard slander about it online.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Apparently nobody likes it.
Oh.
But, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever seen Black Mirror, right?
No,
So-
but I've seen reviews of this season.
Yeah. So the thing is, they're anthology episodes.
Yeah.
So every season is like kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because every episode is kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Makes sense.
It's essentially a movie. Every episode is a new movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, this I enjoyed more episodes in the season than not.
Okay.
Which is my barometer for a good Black Mirror season. Because,
Fair enough.
like I said, they're all very different stories. So you're not gonna jive with every single one,
Yeah.
right? But if you like most of them, then it's a good season.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
But anyway, so I think this is their best since season 4.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
been- yeah. So there was a movie called Bandersnatch.
Okay.
It's an interactive movie where like
Oh.
you choose. It's a choose your own adventure thing
That's pretty
on
cool.
Netflix. Have you never seen that?
No, I have not.
This was a big thing a few years ago.
Whoa.
You like
Okay.
can choose.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'm watching that tonight.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that and I thought season 5 was rubbish. Like,
Okay.
there were only 3 episodes. I didn't like all 3 episodes.
Oh.
Right. So
Yeah.
this I felt was a return to form.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a lot. This was a technology show. Not was. It's about how like the dangers of technology.
Yes. Yeah.
A Black Mirror is like the screen of a device where the power is off.
Yeah.
You can see your reflection, but the screen is black.
Yes.
So, but in this season, they've incorporated like fantasy elements.
Oh. Okay.
I don't want to because every episode has like a twist.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil the twist, but there's fantasy elements in the show, which I think upset a lot of people.
Okay.
And the thing is, those 2 episodes I think might be the weakest of the season.
Oh.
So that's why
Yeah.
they're equating the fantasy elements with bad because those are the
Okay.
bad episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of the ratings I saw,
Hmm.
I know someone rated one of the episodes of the season as one of the worst Black Mirror episodes of all time.
Because it takes a very hard turn into fantasy.
Yeah,
So, I think I know the one you're talking about.
probably.
What is it called?
I don't know. It's the last one.
Oh, that's a different one then. But
Ah.
never
Okay.
mind. The last one is also the other fantasy.
Ah, right. Okay.
But that's the one I liked a lot more than. But anyway.
Yeah, okay,
I know
yes, anyway,
We
yeah.
shouldn't be speaking about this in
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Right.
I didn't find the twist to be too absurd.
Okay.
Like I saw a lot of the twist coming.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
but I don't rely on the twist.
Yeah.
I think Black Mirror is just well made.
Yeah.
Even if the twist doesn't precisely work or I can see it coming, it's still a very well made show with a lot to say.
Yeah.
Before the twist. The twist is just like the cherry on top. That like,
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyway, the next thing is the Vinland Saga.
Okay.
It's an anime. It's about this guy. His name is Thorfinn.
I've heard of this.
His father was a Viking,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and he left
okay.
the Vikings to like live in a peaceful land.
Yeah.
Then like they go to war again, and they come to recruit his dad to go to war.
Yes.
And he goes with him. He stores, aboard the ship.
Yeah.
Then his dad dies,
Yes.
and he has to like,
Fend for himself.
fend for himself.
Be his own Viking.
Yes, this is the end of season 2,
Okay.
and he just got home.
Oh, nice.
Sorry to spoil a bit, but very excellent show.
Okay.
This season, I didn't realize where it was going
Okay.
because it was a very like new setting, way different than the first season.
Okay.
But as it came together, I'm like, oh, pretty good.
Nice.
So it's ended.
Okay.
The next thing is the new Blank Check series.
Okay.
They're doing the works of the director Park Chan-wook.
Oh, the Parasite.
No.
Or Squid Game.
No.
Oh. What? Okay.
Parasite was made by Bong Joon-ho.
Okay.
Squid Game, I don't know who made it. But,
Okay.
so this guy made Old Boy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
He's a
okay.
very famous Korean director.
Yes.
I've actually already went through his filmography.
Oh, nice.
I love it a lot, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about Decision to Leave,
Yes.
right? In
Yeah.
the Oscar episode, I was saying it should have won Best Foreign Film.
Yes.
He's the director of Decision to Leave.
Yeah, that's where I know his name
that's
from.
his
yeah.
latest movie.
Yeah.
But his first movie was something called The Moon is the Sun's Dream,
Okay.
which on the Blank Check they didn't like it.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I really like it a lot, right?
Okay.
It actually is very interesting. So this was his first movie.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, it's not his first movie, but he wrote the script for True Romance.
Okay.
He wrote the script for True Romance and Natural Born Killers, which he sold so that he could finance his first movie.
Yeah.
So those were made before his first movie, right?
Yes.
That script for True Romance was made by Tony Scott, Ridley Scott's brother,
Yes.
right? So it's one of Tarantino's first.
Yes.
Then the movie Bound by the Wachowskis. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
All three of them have a very similar premise. It's
Okay.
about like a couple in love and they steal money from gangsters.
Yeah.
And I really think they're very nice companion pieces to see the very like different styles of new directors. And again, Bound was the Wachowskis' first project. The Moon is the Sun Dreams was Park Chan-wook's first movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tarantino wrote True Romance before his directing career.
Yeah.
They're all like the very first works of like a esteemed director or
Yeah.
directors who went on to better things.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's a very interesting trend. and I thought about this when I watched Park Chan-wook the first time.
Okay.
Last night when I watched not last night, 2 nights ago when I watched The Moon is the Sun's Dream, I thought about Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
He has a movie called Killer's Kiss.
Yes.
It's not his first movie, it's his second movie.
Yeah.
It's also very similar.
Oh.
It's about lovers running away from the mob
Okay.
because they stole money. Well, I can't remember. I just know it's about the mob
Yeah.
and lovers.
Okay.
So, a very interesting trend. But yeah, very elite company to be with Tarantino, Park Chan-wook, the Wachowskis, and Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. The last thing I watched this week was the movie Zero Dark 30.
Okay.
It's the next in the Catherine Bigelow
Oh, right. Okay.
filmography.
Yeah.
I have one more of this. It's called Detroit.
Okay.
But I've been watching off this movie and it's pretty great.
Okay.
It's about the killing of Osama bin Laden.
Oh. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
It Jessica Chastain, I think, won Best Actress for this. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was also like heavily nominated
Yeah.
because it was coming off The Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
I genuinely think this movie is better than The Hurt Locker.
Oh. Okay.
But it's also kind of outdated.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I don't think you or my brother would have any context for this.
Okay.
You don't know Bin Laden,
I'm fairly sure
You're
nobody knows.
You're aware
Bin
of
Laden.
him.
Yes.
But I'm saying you weren't alive in the early 2000s when like he was on the run after 9/11.
Well, I was very young.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You don't, feel
The
I don't want to say terror.
the impact.
Like, Bin Laden's free.
Yeah.
We could bomb somewhere else next.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they caught him.
Yeah.
But that's my point.
Okay, yes.
Younger people won't have the same context for this movie. So I think it's, even by now, it's very dated.
Yeah.
But with the context of pre-Bin Laden killing,
Yes.
this is a very,
Okay.
very interesting, very prescient movie,
So do some research before you watch it then.
I guess.
Okay.
Or you could have just been older.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, just
Just be a little bit older.
Yeah. I was going to say rewind time, but rewinding time doesn't do anything.
No.
Your parents would still get pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, unless you got your parents together at a younger age.
Yeah.
Isn't that the plot of Back to the Future?
I have no idea.
Alright. I haven't seen it in a while. I've been meaning to watch that. But
Okay.
yeah, anyway, your recommendations, you done?
I've watched one movie this past week, and that is The Campaign. The Will Ferrell. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we started it together, and
Yes,
then
and you watched it alone, I assume.
yeah, I watched the rest of it alone, and I really enjoyed it.
Yes, you
It's-
punched the baby.
Yeah. And then the dog afterwards.
Yeah, so I watched that movie in theaters when it came out.
Yeah.
Yes, it was about Obama versus Romney.
Yeah.
That was my first rodeo,
Oh, nice. Okay.
my first American election.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so we're done here.
Yeah.
So, thank you for listening. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, give a like, etc. Importantly, it needs to be a 5-star review.
Has to be.
Please. Like, if you're one of our listeners, you're probably the only one. So, so we need you, to con other people. Yeah. So anyway, please subscribe on Patreon to listen to our movie commentaries. And you can find all our links at paicip.com, paicip.com. Please tell a friend, and tell that friend to tell a friend, tell a family member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell everyone.
That's about it.
All right.
Au revoir.
Goodbye.